The Men's Senior Baseball League's World Series is celebrating their 31st anniversary. You're watching APN Video Sports. APNvideo.com is on the air. We're coming to you from the winter home of the Oakland Athletics Hohokam Stadium in Mesa, Arizona. It's the 2018 MSBL World Series on APN as the Great Lakes Tigers, looking for their first win of the tournament, taking on a team that is hoping they're playoff bound, but they're 2-3 by way of record, the Skysox of Seattle. I'm Jeff Lowry with APNvideo.com. So glad you could join us. Great Lakes traditionally have been an outstanding team with Ron Ellswick, the manager of this team for the last 8 seasons, but they've struggled at the plate a little bit here today, and they want to play spoiler to the Skysox of Seattle. This is a new name for a team from last year, and they have a chance, even with a loss today, still to go to the playoffs in this 45 and over Cactus division. So we've got really a great matchup here as these two teams get set for the first pitch here. A beautiful day. Temperature here at 10 a.m., just 65 degrees. And I'll tell you what, I think most of these guys feel very fortunate that, we're playing under these kind of conditions. The field looks absolutely wonderful. Ron Ellsworth, the manager, on the left, number 8. And then you see 77, Greg Rivers for the Seattle Skysox. And we'll be back with more in just a moment. Getting a look at John Brandhagen, a special thanks for him setting up today's broadcast, and we're ready to go. Matt Enciso will start things off. Outstanding leadoff hitter for the Great Lakes Tigers. He takes a strike. And this game is underway. It'll be Enciso, Blasky, and Hoffman to start things off for Great Lakes. Next pitch from the southpawer, outside, ball 1. Bobby Duckworth doing the catching here today for Seattle. And what is really somewhat of a must-win situation, though, even if they lose and go to 2-4 by way of record in round-robin play in this 45 and over Cactus division, they still have a shot at making the playoffs. Matt, who runs very well, shortens up on the bat and grounds one to the shortstop where Larry Davis throws on to first base to Greg Rivera, and there's one down. So a nice play to start the ball game, and now one of the hardest working catchers, and I know this firsthand. I was a teammate of this guy back in 2015 with an Arizona Giants team, Mike Blasky. We'll take a strike on a good pitch. Brandhagen looking pretty good so far. He looks like he's got good command, even though he's only thrown about 6 or 7 pitches so far. That one just off the outside part of the plate, right-handed hitter. That one bounces up there, and now Blasky fouls one down the right field line, giving chase is Rivera. He pops it up on the infield, and Brandhagen takes care of business, and that is out number 2. Our public address announcer today is Mike Galato out of Chicago, Illinois, and the third place hitter with 2 out, nobody on, Bob Hoffman.
Welcome.
No score. We're in the top of the first inning. The first 2 retired by Brandhagen, and here's a ball hit hard into right center field, and Bob Hoffman may have an extra base hit. He'll settle for a long single, and he is at first base. As you get a look at Larry Davis, the shortstop of Seattle. Ed Monley will be the hitter, and he will take the first offering for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The manager of the Great Lakes Tigers, Ron Ellswick, is on deck. And strike 2 called, quickly 0-2 on Monley. He struck him out swinging to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left after a half an inning of play from the 31st annual MSBL World Series. It's the Tigers 0 and the Skysox coming up, and Rich Cleve will get the start here today for Ron Ellsworth's Great Lakes Tigers. I don't know what that was. Well, it's rare you see a starting pitcher as a leadoff hitter, but that's the case here this afternoon. John Brandhagen will take a strike, and it's 0-1. He swings and slaps one towards the shortstop, who's up with it and fires on to first and safe. That was a bang-bang play down there at first base. And Mike Blasky, I mean, he runs every play backing up at first base, every ground ball, whatever it is. So Brandhagen has a leadoff infield hit, and the batter is the shortstop, Larry Davis. Rich Cleve on the mound and delivers a first pitch called strike to the Seattle shortstop. Check of the runner, the pitch to the plate. Started to go and then decided not to. Blasky getting up out of that crouch quickly, and now the next pitch is driven into deep left field. Davis got all of that one. That ball's going to roll all the way to the wall. Brandhagen is waved around third, and he will score, and Larry Davis has an RBI triple. Seattle leads it 1-0. So a good start for the Seattle Skysox. Third place hitter is left-handed hitting Aaron Tollefson. So Larry Davis gave that ball a ride, no question about it. Here's a bouncing ball to the right side where the first baseman will take it to the bag in Plyler, and the second run comes across, and just like that, it is 2-0. So a good start as Bobby Duckworth, the catcher and cleanup hitter for the Skysox, digs in. Change up, fly ball, center field. Coming in is Matt, and he's got it. And that's going to be out number 2.
Number 11, Joseph Gooch.
Joseph the Gooch. Gooch, ground ball, first base. That's a fair ball. Well, the first baseman will take it to the bag. Gary will retire the side, but not before 2 runs come across. And at the end of 1 inning of play here from the winter home of the Oakland Athletics, Skysox 2 and the Tigers nothing, as Ron Ellswick, the manager of the Great Lakes Tigers, digs in. Our home plate umpire is Josh. Steve is umpiring the bases. Ellswick goes opposite field, hit it well, deep right, and a long, nice running catch for out number 1. Oh, fine running play out there by Rex Cox. Next batter up is going to be Clint with 2 ends, Berryman. Clint with 2 ends, Berryman. I don't know what that means. And I have a feeling I don't want to know, as this one is lined out into right center field, and Berryman has the second hit of the ball game for the Great Lakes Tigers. So a 1-out single sets things up for Jerry Emerson. First pitch, inside ball 1. Matt Sherrock is on deck for the Tigers. And here's a smash, just foul first base side. Good idea. Bob Hoffman, the first base coach for the Great Lakes Tigers. Great Lakes trails it 2-0 here in the top half of inning number 2 on APN Sports and APNvideo.com. That's outside ball 4, so a base hit and a walk. First and second occupied for Matt Sherrock. And he grounds one to shortstop. Davis gets a convenient hop. They go second 1, throw it on to first. That's an inning-ending double play. 6-4-3. Turned outstanding job by the Seattle Skysox, and we head to the home half of inning number 2. 2-0 Seattle. This is APN. Rich Cleve will return to the mound for inning number 2. Seattle getting 2 runs off of him in the first. Manmula will start things off. He'll take a first pitch offering for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Mamula, Rivera, and Artalejo. And that ball, that's going to be an easy one. That didn't hurt too bad. That was a big off-speed pitch. The batter is Greg Rivera, the starting first baseman. And he bunts one first base side. It's an absolute beauty. The only play is to first. And Rivera will be credited with a sacrifice bunt for Vince Artalejo. Runner at second with 1 out. Bottom half of inning number 2. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Now, if you watch MLB, and I'm bringing up this point not as a criticism to the strategy chosen here in this second inning by the Skysox, only for conversational reasons, Cleve back to second again. You know, if you listen to Brian Kenny, who I love his shows, and he doesn't believe in the bunt. Now, in this situation, you're up by 2, and you get a leadoff single, or a leadoff hit batsman by Mamula, and you got big Greg Rivera up there bunting, and he laid down an outstanding bunt. He gets the sacrifice. But if you listen to Brian Kenny, and I almost agree, I think you almost take yourselves out of the chance of a bigger inning. Fly ball, long run, and Enciso's got it. I'll tell you, he covers a lot of ground out there in center field. Fine catch, 2 down.
Number 17, Frank Clark.
Clark will bat for the first time. And a called strike. It's no balls and 1 strike. Jamie Saxon on deck, 2 out runner at second base. Now, I do believe there are times where a bunt is in order. I think in a low-scoring game, late in the game, if you have a chance, depending on if you're the home or the visiting team, as this one's driven to center field. Here is Enciso once again, making a fine running catch, a couple of web gems, and at the end of 2-0 Seattle Skysox. And first up is going to be Joel Feck. He'll be followed by Bruce Hoffman as the next pitch is grounded to the right side and out number 1. That'll bring up Bruce Hoffman for the first time. Final hitter in the lineup for Ron Ellswick's Great Lakes Tigers, who were the 2015 Las Vegas champions, appearing in their 6th MSBL World Series in Phoenix. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Seattle got 2 runs in the first. An RBI triple by Larry Davis, and Tollefson drove in a run with a ground out. Another opportunity for the second baseman, and Vince gets his man, 2 down. So at the bottom of the order now, Mike Wethy is the batter. We weren't sure if they were going to be batting 10 or going any further, so Mike Wethy now at the plate. Good hitter. 2 down, a pair of ground outs to the right side. Wethy fouls this one down the first base side, and a nice effort by the first baseman, but Rivera couldn't get there. Third inning of work for the Southpawer John Brandhagen. He's given up 2 hits. He has set down 3 in a row, trying to complete a 1-2-3 inning for the first time in the first 3 frames. And it's been a really battle between Brandhagen and Wethy here in the top of the 3rd inning. Seattle leads 2-0. They're in the field. And here's a 3rd ground ball to Vince at second. He throws him out. And the side is retired. 3 assists in the inning for Artalejo as we go to the home half of inning number 3. This is apnvideo.com, and the Skysox is sending up Saxon to lead things off, and he grounds to the second baseman, and just like that, one up, one down.
Number 22, John Brandhagen.
So the manager of the Tigers making that last play, 4-3. Brandhagen comes up and slaps one just foul down that left field line. Brandhagen, a leadoff single, scored on that long triple to left center field by Larry Davis. Skysox at the plate. Here in the home half of inning number 3, they lead it by a score of 2-0. Yeah, it was Brandhagen's infield hit and the Larry Davis triple. Tollefson ground out to the right side. They conceded the run as John's going to be retired on a easy pop-up to Ron. Ron makes a nice catch on that little soft line drive, 2 down, and here's Larry Davis, who really put a jolt into one back in that 2-run first. So there's quickly 2 out here in the inning. Well, get your baseball thinking caps, because we've got a trivia question that will set your brain on fire.
No.
And we'll give you yes. No, don't tell me no. Yes, it will. That's ball 4. And now the batter is Aaron Tollefson. Tollefson grounded out to drive in the game's second run back in the bottom half of the first inning for Seattle. Yeah, it'll be our award-winning APN scoreboard stumper, and we'll give that to you in the 5th. Ron Cleve delivers, and a fly ball to right field, which should retire the side, and it does. So we got 3 in the books here from Hohokam Park in Mesa. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, it'll be Rabideau to lead things off for the Great Lakes Tigers. So Kyle Rabideau, the 12th hitter in the lineup. I think they might actually be going 14. There was a line drawn under Bruce Hoffman's name, so I thought maybe they were only going to go 10 deep. Rabideau swings and lifts one into right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit, and he's got good speed.
Number 19, Joe Montroff.
Now Joe Botorf, Joe Botorf throwing, and that'll be a sacrifice. So Botorf doing a good job. That'll move the runner up to second base and in scoring position. And now these two, the pitcher and catcher, want to make sure that that runner at second's not stealing signs. So maybe they had just a switch in the sign assignment here. And now the batter is going to be Gary Plyler, the first baseman. Grounded on a fine play by Artalejo, and he has been absolutely sensational defensively in this game. A 4-3 putout, and the runner is at third base with 2 down. And we go back to the top of the order, and a guy that's been gloving it pretty well in this one, center fielder Matt Enciso. He grounded a shortstop back in the first. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Seattle and the Blacktops leading it 2-0. Game time temperature right now, 68 degrees. 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff hitter. And that's outside ball 4. So he walked him on 4 straight. And now that will bring up Mike Blasky, the catcher. Got a chance to maybe cut into this 2-0 lead by the Seattle Skysox. Enciso at first base, good speed. That's why Brandhagen keeps throwing over there. And the first pitch to Mike is taken for a strike, and that'll be an easy stolen base. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. Davis is up with it and throwing. He got him. Big play with runners at second and third. That ends the inning. And we're coming to you from Hohokam Park in Mesa. Beautiful day for our national pastime. This is the MSBL World Series. Skysox coming up with a 2-0 lead. And the first pitch is taken low for a ball. A good close-up look at Rich Cleve. Bobby Duckworth to start it off. He's the cleanup hitter. That one is swung on and fouled straight back. One ball and one strike to the cleanup hitter. Rich Cleve in his fourth inning of work. And here's a ground ball to the shortstop, and Berryman makes it look easy. And there's one down here in the inning.
The Gooch.
Next up for Seattle is Joseph Cooch, or better known as the Gooch. Left-handed hitter is 0 for 1 at the plate. He takes a strike. Cleve delivers. Ground ball to the right side and through for a base hit. Seattle with a 2-0 lead here. They've had hits in the first, and that is the first hit since the RBI triple by Larry Davis. And now Brian Mamula, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. One out, runner at first base. Seattle at the plate. Black tops, gray pants. They lead it 2-0. Here's a ground ball to the shortstop. Berryman goes second one, and the throw on to first is a double play. That one going 6-4-3. We're seeing some good glove work out there here today. And at the end of 4, it's the Skysox 2 and the Tigers out of Detroit, Michigan, nothing.
Number 14, Bob Hoffman.
Bob Hoffman will start it off as we go the 5th inning of play. Jeff Lowry with you on the Arizona Play-by-Play Network. First pitch is taken inside for ball 1. Hoffman, Monley, Ellswick, fly ball, center field, right into the tracks of a very speedy center fielder and one of maybe the best in Paul Reeves out there. One down. That's the first opportunity Reeves has had to touch the ball here today. Now Ed Monley, the cleanup hitter for the Great Lakes Tigers. It's hard to believe that the combined record of these two teams are 2-8, with Great Lakes looking for their first win. Line drive, base hit, left field. Good piece of hitting. Just went with the pitch and drove it to left field. In front of the left fielder. Now the manager, Ron Ellswick. And he dumps one down the right field line. That ball's going to be fair. Goes down into the corner. And Ellswick is in with a 2-base hit. And they are at second and third. And the tying run, scoring position at second base. And another great piece of hitting as Ron just went with the pitch down the line. So now they're at second and third. Seattle in the field leading at 2-0, but the Tigers have second and third and one out. Clint Berryman had a base hit. Tigers have had 5 hits through 4 and a third inning, but no runs to show, but they are threatening here with one out. 2015 Las Vegas champions. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The Skysox in the field lead 2-0. Pitch. John Brandhagen in his 5th inning of work. Here's a line drive. Here's one out in the center, base hit. Reeves will get it back in quickly, but not before Ed Monley scores the first run of the game for the Tigers on an RBI hit by Berryman, and the lead has been cut to 2-1. Well, that's going to prompt the manager, Greg Rivera, to talk to his left-hander, who was cruising through 4 innings but has given up 3 straight hits here in the 5th. After a fly out by Bob Hoffman, Monley a single, Ellswick a double, and then an RBI hit by Clint Berryman. And here's Jerry Emerson, who walked his last time up. First time up for him, he walks. There's the runner going. Throw down to second, and it goes out. Well, it gets away from the second baseman. That's going to allow the tying run to score. And we are tied at 2 apiece. And Brandhagen just did a very wise thing. He did a quick trip around the mound, ground ball down to third. Nice play. And a throw on to first, 2 down.
For Matt Sherwood.
So an excellent and a much-needed defensive play by Mamula down at the hot corner. So now with 2 down and a runner at first base, the batter is Matt Sherrock. He swings and hits one well. Reeves on his horse, can't get there. And this one finds the gap in front of the Chick-fil-A sign. And coming around third and scoring the go-ahead run is Berryman on a long RBI double, I should say, by Sherrock. And it's now 3-2, and that is all for John Brandhagen. Well, he was cruising through 4 1/3, but he has given up 4 hits in the last 5, and here in the top of the 5th inning, the Great Lakes Tigers lead it by a score of 3-2. Now Joel Felk. The runner at second is, of course, still the responsibility of John Brandhagen. Jamie Saxon is the new pitcher now for the Skysox. And a ball lined out into right center field, base hit. Up with the ball is the right fielder. Here comes the runner to the plate, and you can close the book out on John Brandhagen. 4 1/3 innings, gives up 4 runs, all of them here in this inning. And the lead is now 2, the biggest lead of the game for the Tigers at 4-2. So Felk with an RBI single scoring Matt Sherrock. And here is Bruce Hoffman, and he grounds a base hit up the middle. So back-to-back singles to meet Jamie Saxon. Here in the top of the 5th inning, a bit of a hit parade, and here's Mike Wethy. He'll take that first pitched offering. It's too high, ball 1. Top of the 5th, Great Lakes have put up 4 on the board and lead it by a score of 4-2. The first time they've led this entire game. Ground ball foul. 1 ball and 1 strike on Mike Wethy. Outstanding hitter. Did ground out his last time up and may here, if Vince can come up with a good throw, he does. And the side is retired, but not before 4 big runs come across. And Great Lakes will now take the field. With their first lead of the contest, they lead 4-2. This is the 31st annual MSBL World Series on APN Video. Here's a ground ball off the bat of Rivera. And Rich Cleve taking care of the leadoff hitter to start the home half of the 5th inning, 1 down. So that play goes 1-3. Here is what has been a very good defensive second baseman in Vince Artelejo. Well, it's trivia question time here from Hohokam Park in Mesa, our award-winning APN scoreboard stumper. Since 1971, 6 left-handed major league pitchers, as that's strike 3 called, and the first strikeout of the day for Rich Cleve. He's hit a batter, and he has also walked a batter. He has yielded just 3 base hits and 2 runs, both earned. Through 5 2/3 innings, and with 2 down, here's Frank Clark, who flied to center field. Since 1971, 6 major league left-handers have struck out 300 batters or more. The first to do it was Sandy Koufax, back in the 60s, he did it 3 times. Sam McDowell did it twice, the latter in 1970, but we're looking for the ones that have done it since 1971. 4 of them were a Cy Young when they did it, and 2 of them are in the Hall of Fame. Here's Matt. He's got it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Cleve, who has been very impressive here of late. And we go to the top of the 6th inning here from Hohokam Park in Mesa. Jeff Lowry with you on the APN Baseball Network. So Saxon goes 2/3 of an inning, does give up 2 hits, no runs. And now the third pitcher employed here by manager Greg Rivera of the Seattle Skysox is the left-hander who was playing center field and now on the mound, Paul Reeves. He'll be facing the first batter here, and this is going to be Kyle Rabideau. Rabideau had a base hit first time up, as the Great Lakes Tigers are batting 14, and he has been on base both times. He draws the walk.
19, Joe Botdorf.
Now to the right fielder, Joe Botdorf. He had a sacrifice bunt. Takes inside, ball 1. So again, our trivia question, if you want to play along. The 6th Major League pitcher since 1971 to strike out 300 or more in a season. Swing and a miss. And the count is even on Botdorf at 1 ball and 1 strike. Big wave and a miss. Reeves throws pretty hard. Looking for a strikeout here. The 1-2 pitch, and it's lined out into left field, and that's a base hit. Well, good job by Botdorf. He got behind in the count. Then lines it out in front of the glove of Westergren in left field. So the first 2 are aboard, and the Great Lakes Tigers picking up where they left off in a 4-run 5th here in the top of the 6th. And here's a ground ball to the right side. They'll go second, 1 out there, throw to first, not in time. Nice scoop by the first baseman. Tollefson now at first base. They get the fielder's choice. The batter was Gary Plyler, and now the next batter grounds 1 to shortstop. Second one's going to be a tough one to turn, and the end result is going to be a run scored. It was the speed of Enciso that, and I'll tell you, he made it barely, but he gets the RBI, and it is now Tigers 5, Skysox 2 in the top of the 6th inning. Good hustle by the Great Lakes center fielder, Matt Enciso. So Botdorf scores, who led the inning, or rather Rabideau scores, who led the inning off with a leadoff walk. Moved to second on the base hit by Botdorf. The fielder's choice by Plyler moved Rabideau to third, and then another fielder's choice by Enciso scores the 5th run of the game for the Tigers, who lead by 3. So Mike Blasky at the plate looking for his first hit of the ball game. Runner at first, 2 out, top of the 6th. Tigers up by 3. I think when Mike's going good, he's probably hitting opposite field or up the middle. He swings and he misses, goes down. Reeves gives up a run, and at the end of 5.5 innings of play, it is now Great Lakes up by 3 as you get a wide shot of beautiful Hohokam Park in Mesa, the winter home of the Oakland A's. And renovated, what was it, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. The ballpark looks great.
Our trivia question. 6 left-handed pitchers since 1971 who have fanned 300 in a season. And we'll also be doing our attendance guess.
Well, Mike Gallardo throwing out our trivia question. You know, Mike will be giving you a brand new Ford F-150 if you come up to the press box and identify the 6 players. Now, we've tagged everybody's email and internet account, so if you checked your email for that, all players are disqualified. Sorry. Ground ball shortstop. as Saxon leading things off and quickly disposed of here, 1 down. Well, the Skysox, as Berryman makes another play at shortstop, led 2-0 all the way to the top of the 5th inning, only to see Great Lakes score 4 in the 5th and 1 more in the 6th to lead it 5-2. Here's Rex Cox, who started the game in right field. He takes a strike. He bats for the first time against Rich Cleve in his 6th inning of work. That one is fouled back and out of play. Stay with us. At the conclusion of this game, we'll have our 10th inning show. Here's a shot down the line, but foul, and not by much. 1 out, nobody on for Cox. Good speed at the plate. Cleve delivers. And here's a chopper, but right at Rich, right into the sun. He battles but prevails as he throws him out at first base, 2 down. And now the pitcher right now is Paul Reeves digging into the plate. Talked to Paul before the game. Seems like a pretty nice, ingratiating guy. A swing and a foul tip at the plate. Outstanding center fielder, and got to see a little bit of him on the pitcher's mound. Did give up a run last inning in his first inning of relief work. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning with the Skysox batting trailing by 3. And maybe their playoff lives on the line here. They come in with a record of 2-3, but anything can happen in this 45 and over Cactus division. And another 2-strike pitch coming up to Paul Reeves, a left-handed hitter, and he swings and bounces it to first. And an easy play and an easy inning as Wethy takes it to the bag. Top of the 7th coming up here from Hohokam Park in Mesa. My name is Jeff Lowry, and this is APNvideo.com. Getting a look at the defense, Westergan in left field. There's Davis, the shortstop. He's done a great job defensively. Maybe our defensive player of the game, Vince Artalejo.
Answer to our trivia question.
And out in left field, Jamie Saxon.
Steve Carlton, Randy Johnson, Clayton Kershaw, and Chris Sale.
Okay, well, he let the cat out of the bag. Brandhagen is now going to be in, it looks like, center field. And the first pitch of the top of the 7th inning is going to be a called strike to the Hall of Famer Bob Hoffman. Couple of Hall of Famers on this roster for Great Lakes. Here's a ball off the pitcher's mound. Vince comes up with it. The bare hand, the throw. He got him, 1 down. What a fine defensive play. That one goes 1-4-3, and Artalejo, our Marucci, big play of the game so far. Here's a check swing, and Monley may get a base hit out of it. Davis up, throws, and he got him. Back-to-back, fine defensive plays. Artalejo at second base, Davis at short, 2 down, and the batter is going to be Ron Ellswick. 8 years at the helm as the manager of this Great Lakes team. So the answer to the trivia question in 71, Vida Blue, the Cy Young of the American League for the A's, and Tiger left-hander Mickey Lolich. The following season, Steve Carlton, in his first year with Philadelphia, won 27 games as this one's bounced to Davis, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Reeves. And we're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time from the winter home of the A's. And it's still Great Lakes 5, Seattle 2. Well, Rich Cleve now in his 7th inning of work, the starting pitcher here today for Great Lakes. He's done a great job, gave up 2 runs in the first, and has yielded nothing since then. Brandhagen will start it off and takes a cut at it on the bottom half of this 7th inning. He had a base hit to lead the game off. He came around to score on a Larry Davis triple to left center field. And that's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Vida Blue, Mickey Lolich, Steve Carlton, Randy Johnson, who did it a multitude of times, Vida Blue and Lolish only did it once. Clayton Kershaw, I think, has only done it once. I know Chris Sale has only done it once, as this one's lifted into the gap, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Branhagen has his second hit of the ball game. Only the fourth hit of the game, and only the second since the first off Rich Cleve. Now Larry Davis, who's had a great game defensively at shortstop. He's tripled in a run, scored, and walked. 5-2, Great Lakes in the field. They lead it when they got 4 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. There goes the runner, and Mike couldn't hold on to it. That'll be a stolen base. Branhagen got a really good jump on that ball. Cleve ready to deliver to the plate, and it's grounded to the shortstop. Berryman gets the big hop. And the nice backhanded play. Here's a throw to third, not in time, and the ball is thrown away, and Branhagen is going to race in and score, and the lead is cut to 2. So he'll score on the throwing error. That makes it a 5-3 ball game. Ground ball right side, knocked down, run with a great play. Did he get him at first? He did. What a spectacular play. A tremendous backhanded play. I'll tell you what, we have seen quite a few glove gems in this game. A high level of play defensively. I think we've got, 2 errors in total. And now the batter is going to be, as Tollefson was taken care of by Ellswick at second base, Bobby Duckworth looking for his first hit of the game. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The run is in. And the Great Lakes Tigers lead it by a score of 5-3. Line drive, left field, base hit. And a nice play out there in left to cut that ball off. And Duckworth has his first hit of the game. Hit number 5 for Seattle. So a nice play in left field by Bruce Hoffman. Next up is Joseph Gooch, and he fouls the first pitch off, 0-1. High fly ball in the center field. Matt, another opportunity. Oh, he dropped the ball. And now the runners will be at first and third as the ball gets away from the second baseman. And that is the second error of the inning. He had been so stellar and then drops this one. And now the tying run is on base. And the batter is going to be Brian Mamula. Outside ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Brian Mamula, the third baseman for the Seattle Skysox, who now trail 5-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's a line drive, left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And Matt trying to get it in quickly, was kind of rushing it, but didn't have to, but it's an RBI hit. For Brian, his first hit of the game, and it is a 1-run affair. One of the 2 runs in this inning are earned, and all remaining runs that would score, potentially score, will be unearned. First and second occupied with 2 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. And this one is hit hard, but Ron's got it. Nice job. Boy, a couple of fine defensive plays by Ellswick. Skysox get right back into this ball game. And now trail 5-4. This is APNvideo.com. All right, the first pitch to Clint Berryman, who is 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI his last time up. And he lifts a pop-up to the second baseman, and Artileo has it for out number 1. Jerry Emerson looking for his first hit. He walked. He is grounded to third. Well, that was a big inning for the Seattle Skysox. They had not scored a run since they put 2 runs up on the board in the first inning. That's a swing and a foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. Emerson from Reeves. And here's a ball hit hard out into left center field. That's a base hit, and that ball's going to roll to the warning track. This is going to be at least 2 for Emerson as he trots in with a stand-up double. And here comes the Great Lakes Tigers once again.
I'll bring up number 4, Matt Sherrock.
Matt is hit into a double play. He drove in a run and scored a run back in the 4-run 5th inning, which has been the big difference in this game. 1 ball and no strikes. Paul Reeves in his 3rd inning of work. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Tigers at the plate leading at 5-4. So 3 balls and no strikes. Reeves needs a strike. And now it is 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside ball 4. So after getting Berryman to pop up easily to the second baseman, Emerson doubles to left center, and Sherrock draws the walk, and now the second Hall of Famer is Felk. In this Great Lakes Tigers lineup, ball 1. November World Series Baseball on APN Video, coming to you from Hohokam Park in Mesa. I'm not sure what he just gave his manager, Rivera. I don't know if that was an armband. Maybe it was an armband on that was just kept sliding on him. Tell you, seems like he might be throwing the ball a little harder now than he did when he first came into the ball game back in the 6th inning. We're in the top of the 8th, 2 on with 1 out. Joel Felk. RBI single his last time up. He just drew a walk, back-to-back walks, and the bases are loaded. Let's see if he can settle down. I think that armband may have been really disrupting his concentration, and it doesn't take much to get a pitcher's concentration all out of whack. So here's Bruce Hoffman. He's 1 for 2. Great Lakes with 10 hits on the day, but this time it's a strikeout on Bruce Hoffman. And there's 2 down for Mike Wethy. Wethy is grounded to second both times up. And here's a ball that gets away from the catcher. Had a play at the plate if he picked it up. He rifles it into the buttocks of the sliding Jerry Emerson, and it's 6-4 Great Lakes. So now Mike Wethy has a chance still with runners at second and third, 2 out. Coming through here and giving his team some needed insurance runs if they want to win their first game and round-robin play. Line drive to the shortstop. Davis on a tough hop. He's up. He throws it away. And a collision down there at first base. 1 run is in. 2 runs are going to score. And it's 8-4 on I guess you would say a throwing error by the shortstop. No RBI on the play. And 2 more unearned runs going against the Seattle Skysox. Rabideau batting for the 3rd time. He has singled, walked, and scored a run. And this one fouled off his ankle. That really hurts. So Mike Wethy at second with 2 out. And 3 runs have come across for the Tigers out of the Detroit, Michigan area. Ground ball down to third, and that ate up Mamula. He probably won't have a play. He's going to throw down there anyway. That was a tough play. I maybe give him a base hit on that one. That ball really ate him up. And there goes the runner. They're going to instead throw to third, so now second and third again. The reason I gave him a base hit, I'm just sometimes you're going to get eat up with a ground ball. And now we got activity in the bullpen. Johnny Brown and a drive to center, and Davis in shallow center will take care of business, and this top of the 8th inning is over. Well, Rich Clave comes back out to the bottom half of the 8th inning, and he has been outstanding. And there's our defensive player of the day, Mr. Artalejo. He will be receiving as this one is driven into left field, hit well, and that's going to go over the head of the left fielder, and this will be a leadoff double for Artalejo, who has his first hit of the ball game. Frank Clark at the plate. So a good start here, trailing 8-4 is the Skysox in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Artalejo with a long double. Artalejo, being our defensive player of the game, will receive a 50-cent discount to Sonic. You can pick that gift certificate up at the MSBL office in mid-December. Throw to first base. Did he pick it up? He got the man. I don't know about that. I'd like to see that on the replay. Berryman on the assist at shortstop for the Great Lakes Tigers. Now Jamie Saxon. He is grounded to second. He is grounded to short in 2 tries. His team down 8-4 in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch. Hit hard. 1 hop to second. Ron Ellswick throws him out at first. Rabideau is now the first baseman.
Batting for Seattle, number 21, Tom Gisby.
So 2 down in the inning. Tom Gisby batting for the first time. Seattle at the plate, trailing by 4. Bottom half of inning number 8. I'll tell you, I've been impressed. Rich Cleve, now in his 8th inning of work, and that's, well, now he walks a batter, first and third. And here's Reeves for the second time. Bounced out to first base. In the 6th inning, he's 0 for 1. Cleve has pitched 7 2/3 innings. He has given up a total of 7 hits and 3 earned runs. And the throw down to second on the stolen base attempt not in time, and that is going to allow the runner to score, and now it's 8-5. So a double steal works to perfection. And here's Reeves, who takes outside ball 1. So a 3-run lead here. You got a runner at second base. Reeves is 0 for 1. And he lines one down the left field line, base hit. Here comes a runner around third. He will score, and it's 8-6. RBI single by Reeves. Now John Brandhagen, there goes the runner, and the throw to second is not in time. So he gets the stolen base. That is the 3rd stolen base in this bottom of the 8th inning. Seattle down by 2, and this one slapped foul. John Brandhagen is 2 for 3 at the plate. He has scored twice. And he hits one up the middle. That's a hit. Here's Matt up with the ball. He's throwing home. Here comes a throw in, and it's going to hold the runner at third. So Brandhagen with his 3rd hit of the day. He's 3 for 4. Reeves is at third. And now you got a very tough Larry Davis up there. He represents the go-ahead run for Seattle. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 runs have come across. And this ball gets away from the first baseman, and Reeves will score. A 3-run inning, and all of a sudden it's a 1-run affair. The Sox are within 1 at 8-7. And now maybe their top hitter at the plate, or one of their top hitters. Brandhagen stole a base his last time up. He is at first base with 2 out. Skysox with 9 hits in total. There he goes. Here's the throw, and he's in with another steal. And he represents the tying run here in the 8th inning. The starting pitcher today, I think Cleve may have wanted that last pitch. Davis. And he hits a fly ball left center. And this time, Enciso will make the play. But 3 runs come across. Aaron Tollefson is the new pitcher now for the Skysox. We go to the top of the 9th inning. It's the Tigers 8 and the Skysox 7. As the first pitch is grounded to the right side, bobbled once, quick throw to first, and they still got him. Well, it's been a perfect day in the field for Vince Artalejo. So the first batter retired, and now Matt Enciso up there with a chance to get something going here. So the Tigers led 8-4 going into that bottom of the 8th inning. They had scored 3 times in the top of the inning. Here's a line drive, center field, Brandhagen, he's got it 2 down. Fine running catch. And the second place hitter in the lineup and catcher, Mike Blasky. Mike is looking for his first hit, struck out his last time up. This is the 3rd left-hander the Skysox have thrown against the Tigers here today. So 3rd place hitter Aaron Tollefson on the mound, trying to dispose of the Tigers and give his team a chance to win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. He's going up against a tough competitor in Mike Blasky, who is looking for his first hit, and he just drew a walk. I think the Tigers would be happy just to get at least one of those runs back. Here's the Hall of Famer, Bob Hoffman. Single, fly out center, hit into a spectacular 4-3, actually a 1-4-3 double play back in the 7th inning. 45 and over Cactus Division. Great Lakes Tigers out of Detroit, Michigan area leads it 8-7. In fact, they had trailed 2-0 until the top of the 5th inning when the Great Lakes Tigers scored 4 times. They added another run in the 6th. Seattle got to within 6-4. And now 8-7 is the score with Great Lakes at the plate on top here in the top of the 9th. Tollefson kicks and fires. And a line drive fair, base hit. A good job out there in right field by Jamie Saxon getting over there quickly, and a 2-out rally for the Tigers. And now Ed Monley, who is 1 for 3 with a run-scoring single back in the 5th. He takes a borderline pitch for a called strike. First and second, 2 out, top of the 9th. And he is now down, no balls and 2 strikes. And a soft ground ball that Vince charges, fields, inning over. Couple assists for him. And we are heading to the bottom of the 9th inning here from Hohokam Park in Mesa. It's a 1-run game. And you're hearing the theme song to the NBC's 1978 World Series theme. Ron Ellswick is in for the save. Joe Garagiola, Tony Kupak, Jeff Lowry coming to you from the ballpark in Game 6 of the 1978 World Series. Ron Ellswick will try to close it out. He'll be facing Tollefson to lead things off, the third place hitter, who is 0 for 3, drove in a run on a ground out in the first. He takes 2 balls and no strikes. 8-7, Great Lakes leads it with Seattle at the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Apparently that first one was a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on Aaron Tollefson, Duckworth, and Gooch. And it's 3-1. Now, as soon as the Skysox get a runner on, he'll represent the tying run, and there it is. So now Bobby Duckworth, 1 for 3, a run-scoring single in the 7th. 8-7 Tigers with Ron Ellswick, their manager and right-hander, on the mound in a save situation. He puts one into the air, shallow right field, long run, it's dropping in, and that's a base hit for Duckworth. First pitch outside, ball 1 to Gooch. First and second, let's see if he's up there bunting. And popped him up third base side. I was just getting ready to say this might be one of those rare times I believe in a bunt, but Gooch is an outstanding hitter. But he pops it up to the third baseman, keeping the double play intact for Ron Ellswick and his Great Lakes Tigers, looking to win their first game of this 2018 MSBL World Series. Brian Mamula has been hit by a pitch, hit into a double play, singled in a run. And a line drive out into right center field, and it's going to be a base hit. And the bases are loaded. Now you got the winning run at second, the tying run at third. And the Great Lakes Tigers are going to talk things over here.
Greg Westergren.
Now Westergren batting for the first time in place of Greg Rivera, who was 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Great Lakes in the field. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. They're clinging to an 8-7 lead with the bases loaded here and one man out. And a pop-up that is not going to be playable. Good hustle by Ron over on the third base side. Ready with the next pitch to Westergren. And he pops this one up. Is this playable for the third baseman? And he couldn't find it. It was out of play anyhow. 2 strikes. And he stays alive with the bases loaded, 1 out, the tying run at second, the winning run at second, the tying run at third, and this one lifted in the air on the infield. The second baseman is there. He makes the play. Here's a quick throw to third, not in time. Jerry Emerson at second base. And now it comes down to Vince Artileo, one of the stars of the game for Seattle, and he takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Ellswick trying to save it for the Tigers. They're up by 1, bottom of the 9th, strike 2 called. And the Skysox are down to their final out, final strike, with the tying run at third and the winning run at second. Ellsworth sights a sign, he delivers, and it is swung on and missed. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. The Tigers win in the final game of round-robin play, and they do it in impressive fashion. Ron Ellswick with the save, and they do it 8-7 here from Hohokam Park. Rich Cleve gets the victory for the Great Lakes Tigers with the save going to Ron Ellswick. John Brandhagen, who pitched 4 sensational innings to start the game, suffers the loss. Let's send it down.
I'm Joe Gooch. Jamie brought me out. I haven't played in about 27 years. Got out here. Been one of the best experiences of my life. Missed the game. Well-ran tournament.
Yeah. I'm James Saxon, number 7. Been coming here since 1998. Still chasing the ring. Not looking like, I don't know, a miracle could have happened, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, they gave you a pretty tough game. They were looking for their first win, so I thought it was a pretty well-fought game today.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes the ball don't bounce your way.
Thank you.
I'm John Brandhagen, play for the Skysox. We've been coming here as the Rainiers and the Skysox, and also the Twins for the last almost 8 years. And came close this time, didn't quite pull it off, but we got Jamie here. Yes. Gooch, his buddy, they grew up. First time he's played baseball in how many years? 27.
And he killed it.
He killed it.
Crushed
We had a lot of fun out here. We're so glad you're filming this for us. I think that's a really cool thing that you offer that.
Yeah, and if you could just direct us towards an ice bath.
Yeah. And possibility of the playoffs, but
We'll see. It's a waiting game. Thanks again.
Okay. Hey, I'd just like to throw out thank you to all the guys on the team for having me out here. I had a great time here, a great bunch of guys. Thanks for making me feel comfortable and welcome. Appreciate everything. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Dude.
See you in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, we're with the manager of the Great Lakes Tigers. Ron, congratulations. You got the save here. You got yourself into a little bit of a mess there, but all in all, you come out with your first win. Congrats.
Thank you. We finally played a little bit of defense and pitched well for the most part, and we got 11 hits. Well, more, probably not 12 hits. 13 hits. It's a record for us this tournament.
Oh, really?
We left a lot of guys on base in the tournament. We made 14 runs total coming in.
What's this mean coming down here and playing each and every year and playing with this group of guys?
Oh, it's just fun. I mean, the guys look forward to it. We plan for it all year long. You know, I've been playing with these guys, some of these guys, for 15 years. You know, and you know, we've been doing this for 6 years to here, 12 years to Vegas, the Las Vegas Open in May. We've been to Chicago, the Columbus tournament, and the fall tournament. So we've been going to tournaments for about 14 years. And yeah, a lot of mixed results in there. We won the Vegas tournament once. Got our butts kicked a couple times in Vegas, but it's fun. You know, Vegas is an open tournament, and this is probably more our speed, but we're getting a bit older now. We're probably pushing closer to 55s than we are 45s, and it showed a little bit this past week. So, but it's fun. We have a good time.
Well, thanks for having us and letting us be a part of your World Series.
Thank you. At least we've won every time you've done ours. So you guys, you should have Jeff do your tournament for you so you can win.
Thank you so much.